What's up, everybody? It's your boy Young Hustle Gamer, and welcome back to Legends of Hero Trails of Cold Steel. Man, I don't know why I'm sounding so much enthusiastic with this game. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I am enthusiastic about this game. I'm loving this game. I love this game. This is literally my second favorite RPG I've ever played in my entire life. This series, the Trails of series, the Legend of Heroes series, is literally one of the best RPG games I've ever played in my life. It's my second. Trails of Cold Steel, the Cold Steel series, which is 1, 2, and 3, are the second best RPG video games I've ever played. First is the Persona series, which is being Persona 5 is my best favorite, which I can't wait for Persona 5 Royal to come out. Hopefully, I have my whole entire setup for like recording and everything, so I can do a playthrough on that. I'm gonna put that in a live stream format like I did last time, like I do these games, because that game is very long, and I can't wait to play Persona 5 Royal. So I can't wait for that. It's gonna be so awesome, and yeah. Anyway, let's get into the game. In the last episode, we finished day 2 of our field exercise. I'm thinking Cold Steel 3. Field study in the Nord Highlands, and we had a nice little moment with Elisa. You know, that was a nice little kind of a romantic scene between her and Reen. You know, I liked it. You know, to me, Elisa's still best girl. So I'm being biased a little bit. Don't get me wrong, Emma and Laura, they're great too. I see Fee as like a little sister, so I can't do that. But yeah, let's just say I think that Elisa is best girl by far. But I digress. Let's get into the game. And we're back. See, it wasn't that long, guys. Field study day 3. Same day, 6:30 in the morning. I would love to live in this peaceful little land of Nord. You know, just every day. I mean, of course, I have to till the land and do everything else, but just living free as the wind, you know, it would feel so great. You know, me personally, that's just my. But then again, I'm a city boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I could live in the wild for too long. I probably like it for like a couple of days. So, all right, take me back to the city. I'm done. After day 3, I'm tired. I can't do it no more. Get me the hell out of here. Okay, let's get back into with my terrible voice acting. That was a great meal. I don't think I could eat another bite. After how much we ate yesterday, I'm surprised we were still able to pack away this much food. Well, you're all grown boys and girls, so eat up. Riding takes a lot of energy, so I say eating like this is normal after a day out in the plains. Would anyone like any more? I should probably refrain. If there's any chicken left, we can wrap it in bamboo and take it with us. Who knows, we might need something to gnaw on while we're out there today. Okay. Let me help too. I'll pour the leftover tea into some containers for you. Thank you. You're really too kind. You are our guest. What kind of host would we be if we didn't treat you as such? Anyway, here's the grand list of the tasks you'll be tending to today. Field study day 2. It says day 2, but let's be real, it's their first field study. It took them like the whole entire day to get there, so that's why it was a cuss for 3 days for them, you know. But I digress. Nord Highlands North monster. It's only one. Lycan. A large unknown monster has been seen around the northern part of the Highlands. It must be exterminated at all costs. Monster details unknown. Southwest area of the Northern Highlands near a cliff edge. Lycan. I figured it couldn't hurt to give you a fewer than yesterday. Feel free to take advantage of that extra time to do whatever strikes your fancy. Maybe going off the beaten path a bit. Understood. Thank you again for everything. Do you want to spend some more time with your grandfather today, Elisa? It sounds like you weren't able to spend much time with him yesterday. Gwen stayed in the elders' home yesterday, right? I imagine he ought to be up and about soon. We have no objection to completing this morning task without you if you wish to spend more time with him. But... Lincoln, are you there? Elder? Yes, I'm here. Oh, good morning. Grandfather? Norton? Morning, everyone. Sorry to intrude. Judging by the looks on your faces, it seems not all is well. I'm afraid you're right. We received word from Zinder Gate just a short while ago. They said the Imperial Army's watchtower has been attacked. Right then and there. Did y'all hear that? Like, it went from a peaceful music, and because of that bad news, it kind of died out like that. That was a nice little thing. I like that. That was really good. Maybe my timing for pressing X was a little bit off when it happened, but I love that. That was, dude, that's... You did good on that one. On Exceed. And Falcon. What? It sounds like it all happened in the middle of the night. And that's not the last of it either. The Republican Army's base has been attacked too. This isn't going to be pretty. Like that dead silence is like, oh my god. Like, oh my god. Third Armored Division's military airships, Cavalier. Republican Army's 8th Area Division, Aviation Regiment, Aldebaran. How you ever seen me through those binoculars with only one eye? Airborne Armored Division being sent out first as always, I see. I suppose it's only a matter of time before they get the orders to the armor regiments too. Lieutenant General, we confirmed the deaths of 2 of the guards. A further 3 have sustained serious injury, but we've been able to stabilize their condition. I see. Have the medics see to them on the second they arrive. Yes, sir. Contact Zinder Gate. Prepare the 3rd Armored Division for deployment. I want all armored vehicles ready to move before I return. The same day at 9:30. Hey, you sure you don't need us to help? I appreciate your willingness, but we'll be fine. We're used to the procedures for moving the settlement in case of an emergency. The same goes for you, Gaius. I assume you'll be heading to Zinder Gate to learn more about the current situation for Lieutenant General Render. Now as a citizen of Nord, but as a student of Thor's military academy. I will. Will you be staying here, Grandfather? I will. I can use the truck after all. And since I was here anyway, I might as well do what I can to get the settlement ready to move. Alright, please, take care of yourself. I'm sorry, Elder. I'm sorry, Elder, Lincoln. I feel terrible that I can't help you when you need it most. You have your own job to do. There's no need to worry about us. May the blessings of the winds and the goddess be with you all. Take care. We will. We must make it for Zinder Gate at once. Indeed. We need to find out as much as we can about what happened. Wow. Things really did take a turn for like the worst. It's insane. One minute we're all having a peaceful night in Nord, and next thing you know, trouble afoot. Things just never go the way they're supposed to, I guess. I'm really sorry to put you guys up to this. You already helped me out more than enough yesterday. No problem. Don't sweat it. This must be the kind of breaking news every press photographer dreams of being on the scene for. Still, it bothers me. How is it possible that both the Imperial and Republic bases were attacked at the same time? Do you think one attacked first and the other swiftly retaliated? No time to think about that right now. We need to hurry. We need to get to Zendagate as fast as we can. Right! Whoa! Don't ride too roughly. Yeah! Alright, I'm gonna put this in turbo mode and just cruise. Sorry guys, this music is just so good, I can't help it.
That's one of the Imperial Army's airships.
Where?
This situation is looking worse by the minute.
Ah.
Yeah. We need to hurry.
I was like, where?
Those are armored cars from the Imperial Army.
Damn, this isn't looking good.
Like I said, this game has cussing, and I don't care. I cuss. I'm grown. Kids, are there any kids under 13? I'm sorry, but I'm keeping it PG. You know what I'm saying? You guys are, yeah. If you're not watching it with your parents, do not watch this video. Looks like the Imperial Army's 3rd Armored Division, and it appears they're preparing for deployment. Thanks, everyone. Let me go see if I can get permission to start taking photographs. I wonder where Lieutenant General Vander could be. We need to find him so he can tell us what's going on here. I suspected you might show up. Lieutenant General, did you have some business to attend elsewhere, sir? I thought I'd conduct another sweep of the area as a precaution. But never mind that now. You came at the perfect time. A freight train bound for Ruhr departs 30 minutes from now. I want you all on board that train. Finish up your field study as quickly as you can and return to the academy. What? But sir... While things entirely depend on the actions of the Republican Army, the bottom line is that we may be mere hours away from armed conflict with the Republic. I've already informed everyone in the settlement. Did they not relay the message to you? Be that as it may, we can't just turn tail and pretend none of this is happening. Lieutenant General, have you established which side attacked first? Gaius? That's the central question here. It's still under investigation. You have my assurance that the Imperial Army did not attack. We did not make the first move, nor have we retaliated. However, our army's watchtower was destroyed and several guards lost their lives. As the officer in charge of Zendagate, I have a duty to act. So there really were fatalities. Let's presume for the sake of argument that the damage sustained by the Republic Army's base was in fact deliberate sabotage by their own forces. How bad was the damage? Several of their facilities suffered major structural damage. Their losses appear to be at minimum equal to ours. Honestly, I estimate them to be far greater. But if they suffered even more damage than we did, that doesn't make any sense. I'm afraid we long since passed the point where we're leisurely discussing our possibilities was an option. I will do all I can to avoid full-scale war, but we're prepared for the possibility of armed conflict. And I suspect they are as well. But that just seems so wrong. If that's your opinion, General, will you at least allow me the chance to investigate what happened on my own? Gaius? Investigate on your own? As I'm sure you're aware, I know the Highlands at the back of my hand. And when someone attempts to threaten the peace of my homeland, I won't rest until I unearth the truth about how what's happening. You're serious. We'll do everything we can to help you. I think this falls within the scope of our field study too. No, wait. This is the people of Nord's problem. There's no reason for you all to stay here and risk getting caught in the crossfire. A classmate and a friend is staying behind? Isn't that reason enough? I'm a son of the House of Alvarea. I would never disgrace the honor of my family name by fleeing in the face of danger. And besides, it seems like your people have done a lot for my grandfather. Gaius, do you remember what you said to us back at Heimdall Station? The most important thing is that we all come back safe and sound. Everything else is secondary. It appears you lost this one, Gaius. Lieutenant General, it's currently 10:05. I will permit you until 12:30 to conduct your investigation. I will do everything in my power to postpone any potential conflict until at least then. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Did we have a moment to waste? We should begin by visiting the watchtower that was attacked. That sounds like a good place to start. Huh! Reading to get his speeches turned back on him, but Gaius too? Jesus.
Thank you.
Oh.
Really, I appreciate it more than you know.
It's no big deal, honestly. I agree with Elisa. We're classmates after all, and more than that, we're friends.
Well, this is clearly of great importance to you.
I know you want to protect your people, but that's not the only reason you're doing this, is it?
You got me. It ties back into why I accepted the Lieutenant General's recommendation and entered the Academy too. I'm sure each of you feels the same about your own homes, but I love this land with all my heart. The wind racing across the highlands, vast mountain peaks, the clear blue of the sky, the breathtaking beauty of the rising sun, the melancholy of the sunset, the twinkling of the stars in the twilight. I love everything about this land of Nord. It's part of who I am.
Wow. I guess it hadn't sunk in how much Nord means to you.
I'm certainly attached to Ruhr, but I can't think of anyone else who would state their love for their homeland so poetically.
If you love it so much, if you truly love Nord, if Nord is such a part of you, what is it that drove you to enroll in a military academy in a foreign land so far away?
I'm not surprised you'd find it strange. To be honest, I'm still not totally sure what compelled me to do it. Back when I was a kid, the Republican Army built a base in the Eastern Plains, and the Imperial Army responded in kind with their watchtower. It's made me more uneasy with every passing year. Years ago, a traveling priest from the Septian Church taught me all about the history of the continent. One thing that stood out to me was just how many lives had been lost during the conflicts between the major powers. Another major theme was just how profound of an impact the Orbital Revolution had on people's lives. Even the concepts of time and distance have changed so much. In effect, the Orbital Revolution shrunk the world. It made me realize a sad truth, one that kind of scares me even now. That there was no guarantee my homeland could stay at peace forever. That one day, it might be drawn into outsiders' conflicts and be occupied and redistricted into oblivion.
I can't believe you were thinking about such weighty things even as a kid.
So then, you joined the Academy in order to learn more about the outside world that posed a threat to your homeland?
Yeah, something along those lines. When I realized how afraid I was, I knew I couldn't close my eyes. I wanted to do something, anything, to protect this land. As luck would have it, I met the Lieutenant General. He's the one who told me about Thor's military academy. One thing led to another, he offered me a recommendation, and before I knew it, I took him up on his offer. So there I was, green as grass, heading off to study abroad despite having no clue what life in the Empire was like. Thinking back on how it all came together, what you said is probably what I was thinking back then.
Honestly, I've yet to hear a student offer a more galvanizing reason than yours for enrolling at the Academy.
I have to agree. I don't know too many people who love their home so much that they leave it behind to find a way to protect it.
It's not a sentiment I can imagine many Erebonians feeling, that's for sure. But I think I finally understand. Elisa? Just an idle thought. But having heard Gaius pour his heart out to us, There's no way we can just walk away from this. Not after the people of Nord gave us such a warm welcome and treated us like family. Indeed, I couldn't have asked for more.
Agreed. We'll get to the bottom of what's going on here and stop Ward from breaking out.
Nord may not be our home, but it's still an important neighbor. I'll do what I can to aid you.
Thanks, all of you. Really, thank you.
You know what? I have to agree with the rest of them. I've never heard any person, even though this is a fictional world, I'm talking about even in the real world, I never heard of a person state their love for their homeland so much and in such a way that it almost, when I first heard this, when I first watched it, and I read the words as he was speaking it to me, I felt a rush of raw emotion from myself. I was like, wow, like, I feel you, my man. Like, I feel where you're coming from. You know, it's really nice. You see shell damage everywhere. It seems worse than I feared. They confirm casualties too. I didn't think I'd ever have to see anything like this. As students at a military academy, things like this are always within the realm of possibility. Although I hardly expect my first sight of such devastation to be the spark that ignites war with Calvert. This may be too much for students like us to handle. No. We've all been in situations that looked impossible before, haven't we? And every time we come through, we just have to stay calm and think. I'm sure we can do something here too. You're right. True. We should focus on what we can do. Whatever we decide to do, we need to get a better grasp of the situation. Yeah, let's find who's in charge and give them permission to start an investigation. I see. If Lieutenant General Vanda has given you his permission, I see no reason to refuse. Thank you. However, I want to make it clear that armed conflict with Calvert can begin at any moment. We got our hands full of staying on guard for any potential threats from the east. I'll permit you to speak with the soldiers here, but don't get in the way of them doing their duties. Understood. Okay, let's get started. We should start by speaking with the soldiers and assessing the damage. That seems wise. When we gather all the information we need, we can start piecing it together. Right, let's go. It's actually very simple. Yeah. So, first things first, we're gonna come over here. Huh? Is this? What's up, Elisa? Is there something unusual about that scrap of metal? I knew it. This is a mortar shell manufactured by the Reinford Company. Are you sure? Yeah, I've seen them before on the assembly line. There are only a couple models capable of firing this kind of shell. That would suggest that the mortar used to fire is also made by the Reinford Company. But if we assume that's true, it seems much less likely that the Republic was responsible. True, why would the Republic Army use a weapon made in the Empire? It doesn't make much sense to me. Even if we account for deception, it seems unlikely that Calvert will go this far to conceal their involvement. Though, considering the stakes, we can't entirely rule out the possibility. Still, this might prove to be an important clue to solving this mystery. Alright, we're gonna talk to my mans right here. Rome, why'd you go on and die on me? Zats? He seems pretty down. Can't say I don't understand how he feels though. It was right when his shifts changed. Rowan came out to relieve me and I was chatting away with him like always. That's when the first shell hit us. Must have been around 3 in the morning. So it started around 3 then? Right in the middle of the night? I was on lookout. Should have noticed something was off, but that explosion completely took me by surprise. I was so sure nothing would ever happen out here that when something actually did, I was totally useless. If I just paid a bit more attention, if I had been a better soldier, Rome might still be with us now. It's not your fault. None of this could have been predicted on that something like this could have happened. You could hardly blame yourself for a lack of vigilance after being stationed in a peaceful area like this for so long. They attacked in the dead of night, knowing your guard would be down. I wonder if it really was the Republican Army doing this after all. We need more information before we can say for sure. No, I don't think it was them. There was something else that happened before we came under attack. We heard an explosion coming from the Republican Army's base. When we looked, we saw smoke pouring from it. What? We knew that both bases were attacked, but did both attacks really happen around the same time? If that's so, it's unlikely that either army was responsible. Who is responsible then? We should keep this in mind as we piece things together. This is awful. It really is. It looks like they got hit hard. And to think there were casualties. You know the Imperial Army isn't going to sit and twiddle their thumbs after suffering an attack like this. They have their image to uphold after all. Hey, looks like most of the damage is concentrated on the south side of the building. You think whoever carried out the attack could have done it from the Highlands? Seems very likely. But where on the plains could they launch an attack like that from? Well, the Highlands are incredibly vast. We need some kind of clue to even know where to start looking. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to find something here that's pointing us in the right direction. How's the situation with the Republican Army? Looks like they're really hustling over there. We confirmed a number of armored vehicles entering and exiting the area. We heard about their base got hit pretty hard too. Even from over here, it sure seems like that. Looks like that. The Lieutenant General said that the Republican base got hit at least as hard as the Watchtower, if not harder. But we believe they were responsible for that as well. They need an excuse to attack us. They sure as hell, that sure as hell looks like one. Do you really think it's true? That much damage seems awfully excessive. They probably just got overzealous with the explosives. Doesn't make much difference either way. If they're bracing enough to attack us, we'll blow them back across the border. The soldiers here all seem to have their doubts. Without any hard evidence, we're not going to be able to convince them of anything. We should reconsider the possibility that this was a deliberate act of sabotage by Calvert's forces. I think that's all the info we can gather here. I think so too. Now we need to analyze what we learned. First, we should establish a good picture of what was happening when the attack occurred. That seems like the best place to start. So first of all, what time did the actual attack on the Watchtower happen? 3 a.m. It was 3 a.m. Yes, that was what the guard told us. But that wasn't all that was going on then. That's right, the Republican Army's base also came under attack. According to the Lieutenant General, they suffered even greater damage than what happened here. I think we can safely discount the possibility that the Republican Army bombed their own forces then, but there's no evidence that the Imperial Army lost an attack either. All we know is that both attacks happened and both sides took heavy damage. However, as Elisa said, we have no evidence to suggest that either side was responsible. If we accept that fact as fact, the most likely scenario is that responsibility lies with another party entirely. So, you think a third party is working behind the scenes to provoke both countries into starting a war? Tensions between the Empire and the Republic are always high. But compared to other areas of similar political value, the Nord Highlands have always been peaceful. I can see for no reason either country would have decided to break that peace last night. I agree. Ugh. Sorry guys, I'm getting dry mouth. If anything, it seems like the negatives would outweigh the positives for both parties. If this were Carlsbad, it might be a different story, but here? Now that you mention it, we found something else odd about the attack on the Watchtower, didn't we? Something that seems to point to a third party's involvement. Something else about the attack on the... You're talking about the mortars used for the attack, right? Exactly. It looks like the orbital mortars they used in the attack were an old Reinform model, and I, for one, find it pretty unlikely that the Republican Army is packing Erebonian-made weapons. Indeed, they have little reason to be, considering the Republic has its own major orbital technology manufacturer. The Verne Company, as I recall. Yeah, the Verne Company is responsible for manufacturing most of the arms used by the Republican Army. Then there's the fact that the mortar used here is old. The Imperial Army hasn't used this model for years. I've heard that military surplus sometimes makes its way onto the black market and ends up in the hands of mercenaries. Knowing that, it seems unlikely that either army chose to use it to cover their tracks. quite. However, there is far more pressing question we need to answer. What do you mean? I know where you're going. We need to know where the attack was launched from the first place. That's gonna be difficult to work out. But with that vital detail, all our speculation thus far is for naught. If we intend to avert a war, we need more than speculation. We need conclusive evidence. Agreed. But the Highlands are far too vast to strike out searching blindly, especially with the Lieutenant General's deadline rapidly approaching. Actually, we may not have to start our search blind. If at least the guys will lend me a hand, I might be able to help. Huh? What do you have in mind? If I can factor the location of damage together with the speed and trajectory of the mortar shells, and then take into account the Highlands winds, I might be able to estimate the area from which the mortar was fired, potentially anyway. Are you serious? Sounds easier said than done. I'll do what I can. Are you familiar with the specifics of the shell that was used? I think so. It's an old model, but I should be able to give you some rough data. There should be plenty. Anyway, let's have another look at those damaged areas to start our calculations. Please come with me, everyone. Right. I'm like, okay. Alright. I think I calculated a rough location. I believe the mortar was fired from a location to the south of here. Using the map as a reference point, that means it was likely launched from somewhere in this area. And according to my calculations, this launch site shouldn't be too far from here. Well, wow, I can't believe you managed to work that out. That's well beyond the level of mathematics we cover in class. I'll enjoy watching Regnus really sweat it out trying to best you on our next midterm. Just a little applied physics. I couldn't have done it without Lisa's and Gaia's help. Looks like we got a nice big piece of the puzzle right in our hands. So it seems like it. Let's take off and start looking. Right. God, that was a lot of dogging. Nah. Mouth's all dry from talking. Well, let's go find... I think I know generally where it's at. So I don't think I need the map. But I'm going to use it anyway. Woo. See, so it's basically right there. That's what I knew where Junior was at. I was trying to turn around.
Yeah.
Right here. Hey, over there. You found something? What's a rope ladder doing all the way up there? I can hardly believe his presence is here to be a mere chance. Do people in Nord use this area for anything? Not that I've ever known. This just got much more suspicious then. Perhaps the mortar was fired from somewhere up here. It never seems worth a look. I'm just not sure how we're gonna get up there. We can't reach that rope ladder from down here. I see no way to climb up the cliff face itself either. If you got any suggestions, now would be a fine time. I believe I have an idea. What if we were to make use of at least an oval bow? My bow? How? Well, if you're able to hit the cord that's tying the rope ladder, perhaps it will unroll itself, allowing us to climb up. I'm glad you think I'm that good of a shot, but I really don't see it working. It was just a thought. Well, it's not like we have any other better ideas. Why not give it a try? True enough, time is one resource we don't have much of right now. Searching for some manner of a tool to pull it down will cost us precious time as well. Can't really argue with that. Alright, here goes nothing. Wait, what? It actually worked? Seems you have the makes of a great hunter. Seems like this is a day for lucky shots. We'll just start calling her Quick Draw Elisa. Was I just imagining things, or did that arrow glow for a second? Well, now that we can reach the lab, why don't we go have a look at the top of the cliff? Yeah, let's see what's up there. There. Exactly the smoking gun we were looking for, too. Well, old orbital mortars, all rifle models, too. It looks like they've been used recently. So this is where they were hiding them. I can see why they chose this place. Who would think to look here? They must have fled the area after fighting them last night, leaving the launchers where they were. But unfortunately, these alone do not furnish enough evidence to avert the war. You're right, unfortunately. We just had a bit more evidence. Still, this is a solid step forward for our investigation. Perhaps we should return to the gate and let the Lieutenant General know? That sounds like a good idea. Alright, let's go report. There! Isn't that... It's that flying object we saw fleeing from Aurochs Fort near Breahart. There's no mistaking something that strange. It looks like it's carrying something. It can't be a coincidence they show up now, of all times. They're heading northwest, and we're going after them. Right. Saddle up!
We can't let them get away!
Not gonna happen.
Right. We need to overtake them. Crap, they're fast.
Just don't lose sight of them.
Stone circle? There's no escape for them now.
You guys get to be ready. Looks like we get to be a new character, guys. I definitely saw them land around here. I can sense someone up ahead. Really? Yeah, I'm betting it's that thing we're chasing. Ah, so our quarry is finally within reach. I think it was carrying a young girl. We'll find out what we're dealing with soon enough. There they are. She really does look like a child. But what is that civil construct with her? Save the speculation for later. We need to capture them before they escape.
I think that about covers everything. Now, what to do? It'd be easy enough to overpower them, but there's a good chance some of them would get away. But just killing them all seems really cruel, too.
Halt! Stay where you are!
Ooh, it's the military academy students.
She knows about us?
How?
Just who are you?
And what's that thing beside you?
So, who are you? Were you involved with the attacks on the Watchtower and the Republican Army's base?
We'd rather not accuse you of a crime you didn't commit. But can you at least tell us who you are and what you're doing here?
Aw, how did I end up being the bad guy? This is gonna make things a bit sticky. Oh, I know what I can do! Everything will go hunky-dory if you guys help me out.
What?
What are you talking about? But first, I hope you won't mind if I give you a little test, just to be sure you're up to the challenge.
Is that a challenge?
Seems like it to me.
I'm Milliam Orion. And this is Eric Getland, but you can just call him Lammy for short. Okay, let's get started!
That girl is just way too much.
Let's get started!
Here we go!
Let's go.
Okay.
Since this is a boss battle, it's gonna take a little bit more to beat her, unlike the other enemies that I fight in this game.
Blow him away!
Here we go!
Oop. Flame impact.
Okay. Dance, flames. After where?
Leave it to me. Take this! We're open!
It's my turn. Oh no, you don't. Stop right there. Molten range.
How'd that miss?
My turn!
Huh.
There!
Autumn leaf cutter.
Lammy, barrier. Thanks.
All right.
Okay, since physical attacks don't work.
Right. Let's go. It's my turn. Yeah.
Take this!
Go! Arcus.
Hydro cannon.
Huh?
See, I'm being strategically smart with everything.
You're mine!
And boom, boom.
Okay.
But Emma still can attack you because
Guess I let my guard
her
down.
staff is orbital, is an
We
orbital
should be
energy.
safe now.
That was nice, a little easy. Nice little boss battle right there.
Wow, you guys are pretty tough. Yep, looks like you'll be great for the job, all right.
We've had quite enough of your wild chases and your games.
You were the one who attacked both of those military facilities, weren't you? Oh, no, that wasn't me. Ugh, what can I say to make you believe me?
Just tell us what you can. Anything you know that might help us find out who was actually responsible.
You said you wanted our help? If helping you would but you have to talk to us. Help us understand what's happening.
Come on, you two.
I hope you don't come to regret your naivete.
You said your name was Milliam, right? We really don't have much time. So could you tell us what it is you want our help with?
Well, what I want you to help me with is capturing the small armed group responsible for attacking the Watchtower and the Republican Army's base. What did you just say? You saw those mortars earlier, right? There's a bunch more hidden near the Republican Army's base. I'm guessing it was the same group that set them up at both locations.
Wait.
Do you have any idea who this armed group might be?
Well, I'm not 100% sure or anything, but they look like a bunch of Jaeger dropouts, so I'm guessing they're working for a pretty meaty chunk of Mira. I was on my way to go find out for sure.
Wait, then...
You know where they are?
Sure do. They're up in the north of the Highlands. If you promise to help me out, I'd be happy to show you the way. So, how about it?
Well,
All right, you have our aid. I'm Reen Schwarzer, Thor's Military Academy, Class 7.
Gaius Wurzel.
I'm Elisa Reinford. It's, nice to meet you.
My name is Emma Milstein. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Eustace Alberea. And just so you know, you still have much to answer for regarding your intrusion into Auroch's fort.
You knew that was us, huh? It'd be super cool if we could just, you know, put that whole thing behind us for the time being.
If we must.
Now.
Nice to meet you all, too. Anyway, what are we just hanging around here for? Let's make for the north of the Highlands.
All right, but I'd like to swing by the settlement first.
Yeah, we should use their telephone to report back to Zendergate about everything we found out so far.
Okay, let's get going then. Oh, yeah. Are you going to be riding on the back of your thing?
Well, I could, but I think I'm gonna ride on the back of your horse instead.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? Wait, that's how I feel like. Wait, what?
Lammy!
Whoa! It vanished.
And the way it did so seems familiar somehow.
Come on, are we going or not? Let's go catch us some big bad wannabe Jaegers!
Well, that took an unexpected turn, didn't it, guys? Well, we will finish this off in the next episode. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click notification bell to all the updates when I post. I'm posting every single day. Make sure you guys, Detroit, smash that like button. See, all the support really just helps. Let's get this up to 20 likes. We will finish this off tomorrow. We'll finish off this whole field study thing tomorrow, along with doing Trails of Cold Steel 3. We're gonna get 2 uploads tomorrow. So I will see you guys in the next episode. And remember, no matter what anybody else tells you, you can always make your dreams come true. I'll see you guys later. Bye.